Hey guys, I'm Ghost and welcome back to Tarkov University. In this video, we're breaking down the best keys for Reserve and Escape from Tarkov 1.0. This is part of an ongoing series where we go map by map and cover all of the keys that are actually worth bringing into your raids. There are a total of 31 keys for the Reserve map. We will not be listing every single key for Reserve because there are some keys that unlock rooms that are simply not worth your time. Instead, we'll be focusing on keys that provide either consistent loot, quest progression, or strong long-term value for your raids. As always, I'll show a full recommended key list at the start that you can screenshot if you'd like, and then we're going to break down where each lock is on the map and what's actually behind it. Let's get into it. Okay, as discussed, take a look at the screen here. This is the list of the 11 keys that you will need to complete every quest on the Reserve map. I recommend holding on to at least one of these keys if you find them. You can feel free to sell any duplicates. If you haven't unlocked the flea market yet, you will need to find these keys in your raids. The best way to do that is to search jackets, filing cabinets, and the pockets and backpacks of scavs that you take down. Now take a look here. Putting quests aside, these are the keys that I believe should be a standard part of your kit anytime you head to the Reserve map. Alright, now let's break down what these keys actually do. The RBBK marked key unlocks a door leading to the marked room located in the basement of the Black Pond building just here on the map. This is a marked room, so behind the lock you can find your typical marked room loot. Essentially, that boils down to multiple weapons, gold spawns, streamer items, LEDX, cases, and labs key cards. You will need a copy of this key to complete the story quest. They are already here, and the ticket. The RBPKPM mark key unlocks the door leading to the mark room located in the command room of the underground bunker that's beneath the helicopter. Again, this is another marked room, so behind the lock you're going to find all that typical marked room, your LEDXs, gold spawns, stuff like that. You will need a copy of this key to complete the story quest. They are already here, and the ticket. The RBVO mark key is our third marked room key on this map. This key unlocks the marked room that's inside the security barracks building behind the train depot located just here on the map. Once again, this is a marked room, guys. You're going to find your multiple weapons, gold spawns, streamer items, LEDX, cases, labs key cards, stuff like that. Marked keys are awesome and you should always be hitting them if you can. You will need a copy of this key to complete the story quest. They are already here, and the ticket. The RBKSM key unlocks the door on the second floor of the White Bishop building located just here on the map. This is a medical room, so behind the lock you can find your typical medical loot like painkillers, stims, IFAKs, Salewas, stuff like that. You will need a copy of this key to complete the quest Disease History. The RBSMP key unlocks the door on the second floor of the White Bishop building located just here on the map. This is another medical room, so behind the lock you're going to find all that medical loot like painkillers, IFAKs, Salewas, all the stuff like that. This room is also located just down the hall from the RBKSM room, so it's a good idea to pair these rooms together when you're coming here for loot. You will need a copy of this key to complete the quest Disease History. The RBOB key unlocks the door on the third floor of the Black Pond building located just here on the map. Behind the lock, you will find a filing cabinet, various gold spawns on the desk, as well as a chance for an intelligence folder to spawn. You will need a copy of this key to complete the quest Inventory Check. The RB Orb 1 key unlocks the door on the 4th floor of the White Pond building located just here on the map. Behind the lock, you will find various weapon spawns on the racks, as well as some filing cabinets and loose loot like ammo and weapon attachments and stuff like that. There is also a chance for an intelligence folder to spawn on the ground. You will need a copy of this key to complete the quest Inventory Check. The RB Orb 2 key unlocks the door on the 2nd floor of the White Pond building just here on the map. Behind the lock, you will find a few crates, some filing cabinets, and loose loot like ammo and weapon attachments. You will need a copy of this key to complete the quest Inventory Check. The RB Orb 3 key unlocks the door on the 2nd floor of the Black Pond building just here on the map. Behind the lock, you will find a few weapon racks, some filing cabinets, and loose loot like ammo and weapon attachments. You will need a copy of this key to complete the quest Inventory Check. The RB PKPTS key unlocks the door leading to the storage closet located just outside the command room of the underground bunker. This is the bunker beneath the helicopter located here on the map. Behind the lock, you will find some gold spawns, electronics, and provisions. There is also an intelligence folder spawn on the desk. You will need a copy of this key to complete the story quest, The Ticket. The RBST key unlocks the door that's inside of the long garage of the White Knight building just here on the map. Behind the lock, you will find a handful of weapon boxes and crates, some grenade cases, and up to 2 Sten tank battery spawns. In addition to that, this room can also spawn up to 3 OFZ shells, 2 phased array elements, and a few other various loot items. You will need a copy of this key to complete the quest Surplus Goods, Revision Reserve, and Snatch. The RBAK key unlocks the door to the 2nd floor of the Black Bishop building in the front of the helicopter just here on the map. This room is called the drop down room because you can get into it just by climbing up to the 3rd floor and jumping out of the window. However, it is much safer to just use this key and open up the door on the 2nd floor. Since this room can be highly contested, this is also a great way to escape if you need to. Behind the lock, there are loads of high-tech spawns on these shelves like Vertex, Tetris, GPUs, and other computer components. The RBAM key unlocks the door on the 1st floor of the Black Bishop building in front of the helicopter just here on the map. Behind the lock, there are loads of loose tools and toolbox spawns. If you're looking for an old fire steel, this is a really good place to check. The RBGN key unlocks the door to the basement of the King building located just here on the map. Behind the lock, you can find a few toolboxes, but more importantly, there's a chance to find a Sten tank battery, an FB100 filter absorber, and an old fire steel. The RBKPRL key unlocks the door to the small building in front of the dome located just here on the map. Behind the lock, you can find 2 safes, some weapon crates, and there are also 2 intelligence folder spawns. One is going to be on the desk and one is going to be on the safe. The RBMP21 key unlocks the door on the 2nd floor of the Black Knight building just here on the map. Behind the lock, you can find a lot of things such as a few AK spawns, some filing cabinets, loose weapon attachments and ammo spawns, a Sten tank battery spawn, and even an intelligence folder spawn on the desk and cabinets. The RBMP22 key unlocks the door on the 2nd floor of the White Knight building just here on the map. Behind the lock, you can find a few AK spawns, a Sten tank battery spawn, and other loose loot. I'm going to group the next 4 keys together because they pair together really well, and that is the RBPSP1, RBPSP2, RBPSV1, and RBPSV2 keys. If you have all 4 of these keys, you can unlock every door in the underground storage warehouse beneath the train depot. One of these keys is required for each section down here, but they are so cheap, I recommend just picking them all up if you want to come down here for the loot. Behind each locked area, you're going to find a ton of ration, medical, technical, and high-tech supply crates. A large team of PMCs could come down here and fill up all their packs with the amount of loot you'll find here. And also, just looting this area is a great way to level up your search skill if you're trying to farm that. Follow me along real quick as I show you where all the crates are. And that is your best key guide for Reserve and Escape from Tarkov 1.0. If this guide helped you out, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Tarkov content. If you want to support the channel even more, consider clicking the join button and becoming a member. Also, make sure you take a look at our merch store. We have a brand new 10,000 hour Timmy hoodie and t-shirt, as well as a graphic one that says Hardcore Tetris Simulator. Let me know in the comments down below what guide you'd like me to do next, or if you have any more questions about the labs map. Don't forget to head over to our Discord and join if you're looking for teammates to run raids with. There's a whole bunch of people in there and they're all very cool. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Ghost and I'll see you in the next raid.